What's up everybody, welcome back to the Ordinary Reds YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about Edinson CAVANI. Before we do that, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button, we're a new channel around here, we're trying to build it up, I really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, it really helps out the channel. And yeah, hit the notification bell to stay up to date with every video we post, and yeah, let's get right into the video. So, Edinson CAVANI, United's new number 7. We all thought it would be Jadon Sancho, but it turns out it was Edinson CAVANI. A bit of a desperate signing in my opinion. I wouldn't mind if we got Sancho and then, Cavani was like a little icing on the top. But we didn't get Sancho, we ended up with Cavani, and yeah, let's talk about him, let's see what he can do. So, Cavani is PSG's all-time top scorer, nothing to slouch at. He's an elite baller, but he is 33 and a half years old. He will be 34 this year, at the end of this year. Does he have much left? I don't really know. This is the problem. He hasn't played football for 7 months. He left PSG on a free transfer in June. Didn't get a club. He was supposed to go to Atletico first. I think it was Benfica or Atletico, one of them. They couldn't pay his agent fee. That's when United kept crawling in. We scooped him up, and yeah, let's see what he can do. So, last year for PSG, he scored 7 goals and had 3 assists. Not great at all. But on a more positive note, in 18-19, he scored 23 goals, had 10 assists, playing as centre forward. So he was an elite baller at least a year ago. That's what we know. Well, not elite because it's the French league, but he's a great player, and we shouldn't play down the fact that he is one of the best strikers of the last 10 years at least. He's a great striker, and he really filled the void when Ibrahimovic left PSG to come to us, funnily. And he really stepped up. So if you go back to, let's say, 17-18, how many goals did he score there? So, oh, that's a good stat. I didn't even know that. In the 17-18 season, he scored 40 goals and had 14 assists, which is only 2 years ago. I know that a lot can happen in 2 years, but it does show he knows what a net is. And you know what I mean? He's not going to be our starting striker. And you never know, he might take Martial's spot. If Martial continues to have one of them seasons where he can't get the ball rolling on goals. We saw towards the end of last season he wasn't scoring a lot. When he had that burst, when he came back from lockdown, he was scoring nearly every game, got a hat-trick. And Martial is one of my favourite players, but he does have a problem with continuously scoring goals every game. It's not really his fault sometimes. Sometimes the people behind him don't really help out, and he's isolated a lot of the time. And this is where I think Cavani can help us. So yeah, personally, I think Cavani is going to be a really big help, especially to Martial. He's learning on the job. He was only, last season was his first season as striker, apart from when he came in Van Gaal's first season. So he's still kind of learning, trying to figure out all the tips. He's got Solskjaer, an amazing striker in his time. He got Cavani now, amazing striker in his time, and even a Gallo to a certain extent, to get them scrappy goals and stuff like that. They're going to help a lot in his development as a striker. And I think Cavani there, to help out Mason Greenwood especially, to help out Martial, to help out Rashford even a bit, is really great help. And the experience of winning so many trophies with PSG, it does help in the dressing room. You saw Bruno come in last year. He was such a big help. He's like, his mindset, elite mindset, is what you need in the dressing room. And I think the problem with Cavani is people are just so disappointed with the transfer window that like they don't want Cavani to do well. Which personally I think we should get behind him. He's our player now. He's our number 7 now. Unfortunately, you might have wanted to be Sancho. I personally would have loved Sancho, but we got Cavani, so you got to get behind him. Give him a chance. Let's see what he can do. I personally think his overall experience is really going to help, especially now Martial's not injured. He's got a red card. He's out for three games. He's going to seriously help in them games, especially when we come up against PSG next week. Cavani is going to be a great addition to that. So let's see what he can do. His strengths are obviously goal scoring, but I think his passing is really, really underrated too. I watched a compilation there. I know it's not armchair fucking scouting, but yeah, I watched a compilation of just his passing, and he does really get in good positions, and he does know how to slide a through ball in, which helps a lot with build-up play. I guess Martial is kind of similar like that as well, but the thing is with Cavani, he's big, he's strong, he can get in the box, he can pop a header in, he can score from anywhere. He's a really all-rounded striker. He's kind of similar to Harry Kane in that way, where he can shoot from anywhere, he can play a pass, and can also get the scrappy goals, which we're severely lacking with Martial, because Martial scores a lot of fancy goals, but he doesn't really get the scrappy ones, which really help. So having Cavani in there to maybe come off the bench, having Telles whipping in crosses to him, which Martial maybe wouldn't have been able to get on the end of, but someone like Cavani could. It really helps out having him in the team. So where do I think Solskjaer will play him? Personally, I think he will be back up for Martial after he comes back from suspension, because I think Solskjaer really wants Martial to succeed. He's put a lot of effort in since he's come in to make him that elite striker, or on his way to being an elite striker. Martial scored 23 goals last year. It's his best season ever at Manchester United, and it was only his first season at striker. I think he thinks bringing Cavani in will seriously help him out. And you know what? I think even when Ibrahimovic was at PSG, Cavani did have to play right wing sometimes. So if we're stuck for a right wing, seeing as we don't have any right wingers since Valencia, maybe Cavani could slot in there in like a tough period when we need a goal or something like that. You can pop Cavani on the right wing. He can do something like that, or you can pop him up the top, have Rashford right wing, and have Martial left wing, and that's another way to go with it. He even played behind Ibrahimovic sometimes as well, or as a second striker. So it is really helpful. He can play like a lot of positions on the front line. He's a very versatile player, and I'm actually kind of excited to see what he can do. So yeah, I just think we should really get behind the guy. I know he might not have a lot left in the tank. He might not be Jadon Sancho, but just give the dude a chance. He's came to the club. He seems really excited to be here. Kind of gives me the Ibrahimovic vibes. One of them players you never thought you'd get, but then it kind of just happens out of nowhere, and you're like, that's really weird. I never thought I'd see Cavani at my club. I was never big on him when he played for PSG, but his numbers don't lie. He scored buckets of goals, scored 200 goals for PSG, and over 50 assists. He is a very good player, one of the best players of the last 10 years at least. He was a savage at Napoli as well, or Lazio. Was it Lazio or Napoli? I always get confused, whichever one it was. He was very good in Serie A, so it can't be the worst thing in the world. I just think a lot of people are upset that we didn't get our main signings, and then we got Cavani as like the marquee signing when he clearly isn't. He was clearly a last ditch effort, and that's what this stinks of. Just last ditch. We need a player. Bring in the free agent. He used to be good years ago. It reminds us of Man United 2014, 2015 under Van Gaal with like Falcao, Di Maria. Just bringing these big names like Schweinsteiger, just to kind of like give people some hope when they're really at the end of their career and they're not really going to do much. So it is unfortunate, but let's get behind him. Let's see what he can do. He is quarantined, so he can't play against Newcastle. So we're going to have to see Rashford, Greenwood, and maybe Dan James, whoever, up top for that game. But I think he plays against PSG, so which is kind of ironic. It comes from PSG. Well, he was a free agent when he came from PSG. So he does seem like a madman. He does seem like he wants a bit of revenge against them. So that should be pretty fun. Let's see if he can deliver for us on the Champions League and we don't get smashed by PSG, because I don't think my mental health can take it. But yeah, guys, that's got me here for me today. Give Cavani a chance. I know you guys aren't happy about him, but just see what he can do. Let's see what he does. If he's terrible in the next few weeks, don't shoot the messenger. I just tried to be a bit positive about this. But yeah, if you guys want to get involved, hit in the comments. Tell me what you think about Cavani. Tell me how you think he'll do. Tell me how you think we're going to line up with him. And yeah, let's see what we can do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon to stay updated with all our videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.